Okay, so in the bottom right hand side, TFJ playing player 1 this time. In blue, with Caesar. The top hand side, we're seeing DrKillSauce playing Caesar in the red.
And yeah, they're going for the opening, which has a little less economy but gets way more groove on the commanders early on. Well, KillSauce is at least. And yeah, I was expecting TFJ to do it too.
Hope everybody likes Caesar's theme. You're going to be hearing it for a little while. And this opening where they take the village down with their commander, I think, is a pretty good way to play, especially because, you know, Caesar's Groove is such a huge impact on the match that...
Yeah, you definitely get a lot out of this opening when you're playing Caesar. And maybe it's just a feeling I have, but I do feel like player 2 has a small advantage in Caesar mirror, at least, because player 2 is ahead on the commander going to the center, so it can potentially get like a little more groove. It can potentially groove first and attack stuff first too, so there's a lot of this. Interestingly enough, KillSauce sent his sword towards the center first and instead of the side, which meant Caesar had an option to capture the village, but we didn't see that happen, so yeah. Won't really matter in the end, I guess. But so far, kind of mirrored openings. Decently fast turns, I guess, but this is where it kind of starts to differ. Yeah, we thought TFJ healed from that village, but KillSauce captured it with the commander, so he doesn't have as good of an option to do that.
Yeah, and TFJ is going to have the option to knock down the enemy village without getting counter-attacked. And okay, you could put the sword in front, but Caesar's just going to hit that sword, build more groove. Take very little counter-attack damage in exchange for it. And they've really just gone to town with like, we're just gonna build swords this game.
Well, there is like a way to play this map early, is like you only build swords until you can afford a golem. And there's also the options of making a few knights beforehand, so you can pressure a lot. And I mean, knights are kind of the only way to pressure the side villages. So KillSauce got one. He also got a mage, which I mean kind of makes sense if you plan to go golem later, and also since Caesar is still damaged. TFJ is ahead on groove for now, but I'm now wondering if that's gonna be important at all, because, well,
He doesn't have an army to go with it.
The other units aren't here yet, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Caesar's biggest weakness for his groove is it requires you to have an army around Caesar. So if you're able to put Caesar in a position where that isn't a factor. Like if he just doesn't have the units yet, like we're talking early game groove, or if you knock out his army around him, then you can create a situation where he just can't get to use his groove. However, once the army starts coming, and the army is coming on both sides, then yeah, you're gonna start seeing that being more of a thing.
Well, TFJ can, yeah, he's gonna get groove of the village.
He will
Could
eat a
also
night crit for
finish that
this.
sword. Yeah, but he's in a forest, so it's not that big of a deal.
That's true.
And he does have like villages to heal off of.
Oh, I like the pick off on the sword, that's good. I'll try and build the unit leads. You think we'll see a golem come out this turn?
I definitely think so. It could honestly go on either side, because if you build it on the left for TFJ, it pushes Caesar back. If you build it on the right, you have potential to groove it earlier.
Oh, he doesn't go for it though.
Oh, interesting. I guess he really wanted the spear. Because I find like sometimes you can get caught up in trading so much in the center that you actually end up spending too much on healing your army, and well, you can't really afford to buy as many golems as you'd like. Not sure how I feel about this sword, because now Caesar can just kill it.
Yeah, you can do it relative. Or he's gonna. If he goes for that sword with Caesar, then he does potentially a mage crit and a Caesar hit back in return. That said, he could position his army to line up in really excellent Caesar groove.
Yeah. And since he does have knights nearby, Caesar being low doesn't mean that he's irrelevant.
I like this spear hit onto that sword on the right hand side. There's no real punish for it, so. And he's just gotta keep churning out spears.
Yeah. It's a good way to like negate the pressure, but it also means you're only producing spears from there. Oh, gets a dragon actually.
That makes a lot of sense, because this can potentially be grooved next turn.
Yeah. Also, like, Caesar doesn't have to hit the sword from the right, he can also do it from the bottom.
Well, the bottom is the one that I'm a little bit more worried about, because that's he could eat a mage crit and a Caesar hit.
Well,
But
we'd also get mage crit and Caesar hit from the right, because there's the forest.
oh yeah, that is
Actually,
true.
it's probably better from the right, because this way Caesar is more, well, GoW4's Caesar will be more exposed to... Okay, just not going for it. Keeping his Caesar healthy, I guess. And getting groove first only really has an impact if you use it first.
That said, because he now has the advantage of he can use groove this turn, and he has all of his units in a good position to like run forward, and he can't quite get like knight and dragon in one groove yet.
Well, there is potential for, depending on where the golem goes, there's potential for a Caesar surround right here. It would be difficult because there's a night crit on the square above Caesar, and yeah, now that the golem's there, it's not really an option anymore. And now we're gonna start to see some. Well, I'm not sure if it's gonna be a staring contest, but it's sure going to start to be intense between these two.
Oh, he has to be very careful. TFJ has to be very careful on this defense because Caesar could launch his golem forward into that headquarters.
Yeah, not this turn quite yet, but definitely soon.
He does
It's a
have the
bit funny
potential
because-
option of dragon double spear on the right hand side, grooving all of those to deal with this army. Maver will be going for it. Could possibly get the sword in there as well, actually. Get like a really big groove off. That would allow for a spear crit on the knight, and the dragon could kill one of these spears on the right hand side as well.
I'm not sure we're gonna see it from how he's positioning so far. Ooh,
Okay.
goes in very aggressively. That's quite dangerous because he's on a road, he's in range of a bunch of stuff.
Knight could suicide
Caesar-
itself.
Yeah,
Possibly?
Caesar's not far away too. I think TFJ might be dead right here actually.
Something would need to knock this village down, but lethal is definitely up on the table.
Well, he does have like the sword from the mountain, then he gets a spear crit from the top. That's like 45 already. And then he has the golem, so that's like 95. Or no, is it 85? Well, I don't know.
The oh, he's gonna go for it. He didn't try and suicide the knight first.
Yeah, but I mean, he could still low roll, but it's
Oh yeah, golem.
he has very good odds of doing it. He would need like the minimum roll. And I mean, we know KillSauce goes for rolls like these all the time.
Yeah, he just needs to walk the golem up and hit.
Yeah.
Ideally, you want to clear the village, but
I'm not sure you can clear the village now.
Oh, wait. Yeah, you can. You need something else. Oh, right. So here's what you do. You run the knight back to heal off your village. You drop your mage heal on the knight to heal it to full. Or you do the mage heal first. Either way is fine. Then... yeah, you move the mage to the forest, heal the knight. Knight runs back to...
oh yeah, I see.
or something along those lines. I think there's a way of lining up so you can get the mage and the knight to heal. Or it doesn't really matter, any unit.
Yeah, the issue is if you want to heal the knight from the village, like you don't get to groove a unit that can attack from the bottom. So
Yeah. I guess, yeah, it's difficult to make it all work out perfectly. Let's do it to a sword 90. Gonna damage that village. But yeah, I think you just go for the roll. Yeah, I like this use of the mage here as well. I wonder if the mage can clear the sword actually.
I'm not sure it really matters because
Yeah, it doesn't matter. GoW4
yeah,
takes the game. It
pretty
only
short
matters
game
if
compared to the first
there was
one.
like a 1 in 11 chance that would have mattered, so.
Well, actually, it's more like 1 in 22 or 20 something. But just like the way the numbers round up, but yeah, it's a really low chance.
So yeah, GoW4 in a very decisive second game takes it over TFJ. And is our 3rd place winner for GoW4 4.